Hello everyone, this is our newest 6th generation 3-phase low-voltage hybrid inverter, and today I would like to talk about the benefits you get by installing this in your house. The first benefit is a better way to integrate with your diesel generators. If you had struggled with a power outage before, you must know that starting a diesel generator could be quite a hassle. Well, imagine this. During a stormy night, the power goes out, and you need to go all the way outside to start your generator and manually close the switch before the power can flow in. A lot of sweating and wetting, isn't it? Then when the power goes back on, you will need to do it all over again. But now, with our 3-phase low-voltage inverter, all these hassles would be gone. All you need to do is to connect the diesel generator to the generation port over here and configure the settings in the Solis cloud. And now, when the power goes out, this will automatically kick in. The system is smart enough to prioritize the use of battery power, and when that drains up, it will automatically start the diesel generator, all without you lifting a finger. And when the sun shines bright and the batteries got fully charged, the diesel generator will automatically turn off. So all these are seamlessly managed by the inverter, so ensuring that your house stays powered. And what's more important is that it optimizes your use between the energy sources, helping you save on your electricity bill in the long run. Okay, that was the first benefit I wanted to talk about, which is the optimum use of diesel generator with our system. And now I want to talk about the second point, which is so-called the smart load management function. And this is particularly relevant in an off-grid scenario. If you live in a resort on an island, your entire energy supply will rely on your own independent microgrid. And in this case, our 3-phase low-voltage inverter would act like the brain of this microgrid. And it becomes your best friend, making sure that you enjoy a modern lifestyle with electricity. And the smart thing about this inverter, this brain, is that it automatically manages all the devices that are connected to it, which is a function we call smart load management. To be more specific, it can do so based on battery level. And when the battery is full, it powers all your appliances like your fridge, your lights, your air conditioners, and whatnot, to keep you cool and your food fresh. But when the battery runs low, it can automatically switch off some less important appliances while keeping the essential ones running. And this kind of flexibility, it just makes your everyday life much simpler. And that leads me to the third point, which I want to talk about, is the dual backup feature. Well, say in a power outage, you have a bunch of appliances running in your house, and they're draining the battery at the same time. But at some point, you might decide that the outage might be lasting for too long, and your battery might not be enough to hold all the loads to the end. So, let's say you have your fridge, your lights, your computer, workstation that you work on, and then you have your aircon, your TV, your washing machines, and you decide, well, I want to keep my fridge on so that my food stays fresh. I want to keep my lights on so I wouldn't be in the dark. And I might still want to work, so I want to keep my workstation on. But I can temporarily do away with my aircon, and I can ask my kid to stop watching TV, and I could give my washing machine a break too. So a lot of this might be manual decision and switching. But wouldn't it be nice if your inverter can help you watch your loads and your battery conditions for you and decide which is the best point to turn off the non-essential appliances? And this is exactly what our product can offer. Actually, all our hybrid inverters come with this function, and it does so by having two output ports, and one dedicated for the critical loads, and the other one dedicated for the non-critical loads. So in this way, you can manage these two groups of appliances separately. And In this way, you are much better prepared for a prolonged power outage. And to do so is simple. You just need some quick setup on our Solis cloud to tell the inverter the logic based on which you want to curtail the flow to the non-essential loads and keeping the essential ones prioritized. And in this way, it will give you a peace of mind. Well, you might have heard of other solutions that involve some external gateway that does the control in this scenario. But with this feature built right into the inverter, you can do away with this device, and that saves you anywhere from $100 to $500. And it will also keep your whole system simple and very neat. Okay, the fourth benefit I want to talk about is the 200% overload capability. Well, this is a perfect example that illustrates why a high-performance inverter is so great for the off-grid use. Our three-phase low-voltage inverter is capable of supporting 200% of its rated capacity for 10 seconds. Now, what does that mean? As we know, inverters typically come with a rated power, like the 8 kilowatts or 15 kilowatts. This is the rated power. And normal inverters cannot handle power flow larger than its rated power, or it will just stop working. But this hybrid inverter can handle twice its rated load for 10 seconds momentarily. For instance, if your system is 8 kilowatts, it can provide up to 16 kilowatts for a short while. And why is this needed? Because some appliances, especially those that we call inductive loads, require significantly more power during startup compared to its normal operation. For example, an aircon, it typically runs at 3 kilowatts, say, but it might require 5 kilowatts during its startup. And a fridge that runs at 2 kilowatts might need up to, say, 4 kilowatts during its startup. Without enough power, these equipment might not start properly, or it might even get damaged. But our system can easily handle such sudden surges in demand, allowing you to switch on all these high-power appliances at once without worrying about system failure or equipment damage. Now, the next benefit is the UPS-grade fast switchover. So, imagine you're sitting at your computer, fully focused at work, and suddenly the power goes out. At that moment, you might panic about losing unsaved documents or having a video call cut off. But with our three-phase low-voltage 15 kilowatt inverter installed, things would be completely different. Our system is capable of switching over from an on-grid mode to an off-grid mode in less than just a few milliseconds, ensuring that your computer, your Wi-Fi router, and all other electronic devices continue to work normally, completely uninterrupted. You won't even notice the power outage. Your work will keep on going, and no files will be lost. Your meetings will carry on seamlessly. So, whether you're at home or in the office, whether you're handling important documents or attending important meetings or just enjoying a movie, this kind of quick switchover feature will give you very stable power supply and a peace of mind. So you don't have to worry about energy supply issues disrupting your work or life. Now, the sixth benefit I want to talk about is the timed charging and discharging functionality, or maybe we can call it smart scheduling. Well, this feature can actually help you save some extra pennies on your electricity bill. With our inverter, you can set up 6 charging and 6 discharging time slots. And in that way, you can easily take advantage of the changing electricity prices to maximize your savings. For instance, if you know that your electricity price is going to be cheaper from midnight to 6 a.m., or likewise from 11 to 2 p.m., when the sun shines bright and the PV produces a lot of power, you can actually tell your system to charge your battery at this time. So, by the time you wake up from your sleep or your nap, your batteries will be fully charged and ready to go. Then, during peak hours, like from 6 to 11 or from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., when the electricity price soars, you can actually use the stored energy to skip those high rates. It's like shopping for discounts at a supermarket. You're timing the sales season just right to get the best bang for your bucks. No matter where you are, just set your schedule on our Solis cloud and it will handle the charging and discharging automatically for you. In addition, we will continuously upgrade our strategy engine to become more and more intelligent, so you can get even more optimized scheduling. Making money is really just that easy. And finally, I'll talk about the last benefit, which is the three-phase imbalance tolerance. Now, in our daily lives, we need all sorts of appliances, like fridges, washing machines, dryers, and other household appliances. Sometimes we even get heavy load equipment that need to use three-phase power supply. A three-phase power supply is just 3 wires all sending electricity to your load. And each wire would carry an AC waveform that is 120 degrees apart from each other. And in this way, the load receives a more stable power supply. And with all the loads connected to your network, sometimes they will compete for power, sometimes causing imbalance across the 3 phases, and all sorts of other problems. So managing all of these together may not be easy. Actually, our inverters support flexible single-phase and 3-phase configurations. So you can easily hook up multiple inverters to create a more powerful system. For example, if you have a few single-phase Solis inverters, you can combine them to make a 3-phase network that feeds stable power to your heavy load equipment. In your electrical network, though, the appliances may tap into the 3 phases separately, and in real life, they are often distributed unevenly, which may cause what we term a 3-phase imbalance problem. Now, what's really cool is that our 3-phase 15 kilowatts inverter, each phase can handle loads up to 50%. A rated power, exact 7.5 kilowatts. What does that mean? Say these are the 3 phases. Usually each one has 5 kilowatts of capacity, evenly distributed. That totals to 15 kilowatts. Now, your kitchen appliances can tap into one of these phases, and that load would consist of things like fridge, microwaves, or electric ovens or inductive cookers, whatever. And the other phase may be connected to lighter loads. Now, all your kitchen appliances are high demand loads. When you cook, if all of them happen to work at its maximum at the same time, it may mess up with the power system and causing power trips or damages to the device. So an ordinary inverter, when it sends that a single phase power is more than 5 kilowatts, it would give off an alarm and shut itself down. However, our inverter can ride through this situation. Our inverter works like an efficient traffic controller, automatically monitoring and adjusting the current limits for each phase. For example, if now your kitchen is under a heavy load of 7 kilowatts, which is greater than 5, the inverter can smartly redistribute the power quota across the 3 phases. Now imagine these are 3 pipes. We can make this pipe wider in diameter, boosting this capacity up kilowatts. And of course, correspondingly, you will need to make another phase smaller, another pipe smaller. Now it still adds up to 15 kilowatts, but now the power to the kitchen can squeeze its way through this pipe and make their way into the kitchen without causing any problems. All the other appliances would just work normally. The great thing about this technology is that no matter how your loads are spread out across the 3 phases, whether you have a fridge here, air conditioner here, or your charger over there, the Solis inverter ensures that they all run smoothly. You don't have to worry about failures or insufficient power due to uneven loads. You can just relax and enjoy your life. Now with that, I believe I have covered all the 7 great benefits that I like the most about the inverter. And that would be all of my sharing today. Thank you very much for listening. And do stay tuned to our updates on social media, where we will share great things of our product from time to time. Now have a great one and see you next time.